Hey everyone, the EDHRECast has started streaming on Matt's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Mathimus55, every Wednesday evening around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's pretty low-key, but we wanted to put out some additional stuff for folks to keep you company and to help everyone stay connected. This video is a highlight from one of the games from last night's stream with Bennie Smith from Star City Games, whose info you can find in the description below. Next week, we'll be joined by Aaron Campbell of Magic Mike's fame on Tuesday instead of Wednesday, since Magic Mike's streams on Wednesday evenings, and I'm just so excited to be joined by my Dredge Queen. And of course, thanks so much to Bennie for joining us on last night's stream as well. He was one of the first guests that we had on the EDHREC podcast, so it was really, really wonderful to reconnect with him. Stay safe, everyone, and enjoy the game. So while we are shuffling up, getting our opening hands, let's describe what our commanders do. Sir Conrad the Grim is mine, 5 mana, 5/4 human knight. Whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature leaves my graveyard, Sir Conrad deals 1 damage to each opponent, and then I can also pay 2 mana to have everyone mill 1 card from their deck. He's the most complicated uncommon I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yep.
And yes, Mighty Jobot, you're probably correct.
So I am playing Valduk, Keeper of the Flame. He is a 3/2 for 3 mana, and at the beginning of combat on my turn, for each aura and equipment attached to Valduk, Keeper of the Flame, I get to create a 3/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste, and then I exile those at the beginning of my next end step.
I am playing Reki, the History of Kamigawa. He is a 1/2 human shaman that has, whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card. Power-wise, I'd say this is probably between 7 and an 8, closer to an 8. It's probably the closest I have to a fast-ish deck that I play regularly, but I mean that would mean I can maybe win on turn like 8 or 9 in a perfect situation. So.
And I am playing Miri, Weatherlight Duelist. It is 3/2 Selesnya, first striker. When Miri Weatherlight Duelist attacks, each opponent can't block with more than 1 creature this combat, and as long as Miri Weatherlight Duelist is tapped, no more than 1 creature can attack you each combat. So it's all about tapping shenanigans, and then green-white little kid, turn things sideways, play aggro.
Nice. Narpas, I love your phrase there. Wording was not Eldraine's strong point in regards to Sir Conrad. And I think actually there's got to be a reason that they didn't just say whenever another creature is put into a graveyard from anywhere. Like there's got to be a reason for that, right? Like it's because they could have done that. I think that wouldn't have counted if they have tried to simplify it to say whenever another creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere, which would count mill and discard and things dying. That doesn't count tokens, and they wanted him to count tokens for some reason. So I think that's why they worded him as complicated as he is. The thing that gets me is that he does damage, not loss of life, where Ayara was in the same set and she does loss of life. So I'm just like, make up your mind. That's what confuses me most.
Yeah, well,
anyway.
That's so he can grab Shadow Spear and gain you life from the triggers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. If you had lifelink.
Or infect people out.
Yeah. All right, Dana, how's your hand?
I am playable.
Okay.
Sweet deal.
I will draw my card and we'll start. And I will do a tapped Temple Garden and pass the turn to Joseph.
Cool. I will draw. This is going to be a tapped Witch's Cottage, and we'll pass.
I will draw. And I will play a tapped Flamekin Village and pass the turn.
I will draw and I will play an untapped Snow-Covered Forest. I'll pass turn.
Killed an unbeliever.
I will play a Plains, and I will get my Sylvan Library on board. And I'll pass turn.
Right. Draw. Interesting. We're going to go ahead and detutor.
Already, huh?
And then we'll pass it on to Bennie. I know what I like.
All right, I'll play a land, and then I will play...
Good. Discard.
Blackblade Reforged and pass the turn to Dana.
Such a good card.
Yes.
I'll play this here, Ancient Tomb, and I will take 2. I will play my commander, and I will pass the turn.
I'll play a forest, first. I'm a Sylvan Library.
We can see those, Matt. Careful.
Uh,
I saw at least a white card. I don't know what it was, but just don't want you to give away info.
I saw 6 planes in your hand, so good luck with that.
that is true.
So, fun fact on
We'll just draw
Blackblade
the one.
Reforged.
Okay.
I love this card, and after it was printed, I put it in every commander deck that I brew up for in person or for Star City games. And my editor pointed out after a couple of months that apparently every time I would write it in a list, I would put Blackblade, Reforged, and he had to remove the comma. And after a while, he got tired of it and pointed it out to me.
Cedric.
I should do that to people more often when I edit their articles.
Yeah. I
mean, really, like for the most part, it turns any commander into a 2-hit clock usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played an Elvish Visionary, and then I passed to Joey.
Cool. Draw.
Hey, Matt, did you keep any cards from the Sylvan?
I did not.
Okay.
What?
Snow Swamp. Let's run out a Grim Haruspex. Whenever another non-token creature I control dies, I draw.
I would wager a turn to Sylvan Library. I would bet I keep all 3 cards the first 3 turns.
Really?
Yeah, I bet almost every time. I have Sylvan Library myself down to like 12 life by turn 4.
I feel like that's actually so. My response is going to be, man, I only Sylvan Library when I feel like I'm desperate. But at the same time, using Sylvan Library aggressively means you rarely get desperate. So it's actually probably wiser to be aggressive with it. Baldock!
I'll pass the turn to Dana.
All right.
Baldock.
What was that?
I'm excited for Valduck. Duck. Val duck goose, Matt. That's what it was.
Or if you're Dana, it's Duck Grey Duck.
That's Minnesota, not Wisconsin.
Oh.
It is Duck, Grey Duck.
I see.
I will play this Yavimaya Hollow.
Hey, Dana, your video is frozen again.
Oh. Let me see if I can fix that quick.
Whoop.
There we go.
All right.
Let's see. Everyone has blockers, it looks like.
We do.
But yours is a 1/1, Matt, correct? That's all you have is the 1/1 Elvis Visionary?
All I have is the 1/1.
Recky's coming in hard.
39.
Guitar raised over his head.
39.
Get wrecked.
39.
Matter damage, my friend.
Sweet deal.
You done?
I will drop this Mox Opal to draw a card.
That's so unimpressed. You done?
Give me a second. I'm seeing if I don't think I have anything that's a 3-drop here. I am done. I've done plenty.
Okay, cool.
Do you have any light? Okay, I just want to make sure I have the Glamour Man in case you play Lightning Greaves.
Oh my goodness, Dana. Bringing that back up again? Benny, we played last week with Jason Alt, and I got out a turn 2 Lightning Greaves while Matt was playing a dedicated artifact deck, and Dana was just like, I have to declaimer the Lightning Greaves. And we were like, why? You're playing up against a guy who knowingly plays Darksteel Forge.
I'm going to Rishkar, not his expertise.
Oh, we've got Sandraxil up in Duluth. Not too far off.
I've been there many a time. I went to school in the Twin Cities.
That's right, you did.
I did.
That is semi-local.
And then I will pass the turn to Joey.
Cool. Draw.
And even then, like Dana, I went to Duluth because we played UMD all the time.
Sure.
Because they were in our conference.
I played a Cabal.
Okay.
Just my Cabal.
Okay.
It coughs. Just
All
my
right.
Cabal coughs. Witch's Cottage is a swamp. So I will tap this for 3 mana and tap that for 1. Let's run out Viscerous Ear. And I think we'll then play a Plague Crafter.
Oof.
Yeah. Feels good. So everyone has to sacrifice a creature. I will sacrifice the Plague Crafter. Grim Haruspex will see that die and draw me a card.
I will sacrifice my Visionary.
will sadly sacrifice Valduk.
I don't know why you should be sad about that. That seems like a great thing. I can promise you, Benny, I know how you feel about Grave Pact and Dictative Erebos. They are not in this deck. So.
Okay.
Because I need to keep my creature count high.
I commend you for your restraint.
He's lying.
No, I'm not. No. This is a very creature dense deck. It's your turn, Benny.
Okay. Draw.
It's not that deck. It's not
That Conrad deck.
not playing that sort of Conrad deck.
Oh man, the last time that someone said, "Oh, it's not that deck" to me.
Ron Howard voice. He was playing that deck.
The past 3 times that's happened.
He was playing that deck.
That's the Vanifar, yeah.
I will play Torbran.
Ooh.
Bane
Nice.
of the Red Fell, and I will pass the turn.
Overzealous in the chat is talking about going to Milwaukee for a basketball tournament a few years ago. There was a lot of snow. I read the lot of snow comment before I read the other one, and I thought he was talking about Dana's and my lands,
Well, yeah, that too.
just erroneously snow covered.
Joey, how many green mana can you make on your turn?
How
What?
many green?
Yeah, how much green can you make on your turn?
0?
How about you can make 1? Because Song of the Dryades is going down in your Cabal coffers, son.
Ah, got him good.
What?
All right.
He's helping fix your mana for all those Golgari spells that you're going to cast.
Let me find some type of token to represent the Song of the Dryads.
And pass the turn, Matt.
All right.
Do you have-
Sylvan
do you have a
Library.
basic forest? You could just put a basic forest on it.
That's true.
I could, but that would be so easy, and I'm not doing things that are so easy. What about this Magic Mike's token?
There we go. And that feels like a terrible use of both my turn and Song of the Dryads, but like, I can't have you Cabal coffering. We saw what that monster did last game, making 10 mana with it every turn.
By the way, on the other side of this is an Erin Campbell token. She is my Dredge Queen. That's why I have these. It's beautiful.
And she will be streaming with us next week.
Yeah.
He will be.
Oh, cool. I got to play with Aaron at Command Fest DC. It was a lot of fun.
I will keep 1 for my Sylvan Library. I'll play my turn.
Well, I was hoping to play with you in person at SCGCon, Benny, but I'm guessing that's probably not going to be an event that's occurring.
Yeah, I have not heard anything official. However, Virginia was put on lockdown until until June 10th, and SCGCon is scheduled for June 11th. So
Yeah. And I think Seattle got officially canceled. The
Seattle,
Magic Fest.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading the chat saying Drexel. It looks like the Shatner on the playmat is breathing fire.
right.
So I'm gonna tap four lands, and I'm gonna play this Haymaker from Homelands. Primal Order.
Ah, nice.
Bro. What?
Bruh.
All right.
And
All right, read that for everyone.
so this
'Cause
one,
not all of us are 60 years old.
not
That's an
everybody
upkeep trigger, right?
listen, yes, yes, upkeep. Not everybody listens to Dana's challenge of stats, so I will help him out. During each player's upkeep, Primal Order deals 1 damage to that player for each non-basic land he or she controls.
So,
The
Song of the
sad part
Dragons
is
it
I have
the
like
forest.
five non-basic lands in the deck, and 3 of them are in play right now.
Yeah.
So Song of the Dryads turns the enchanted land into a forest, but it's not a basic forest.
It is not a
So
basic
I'll-
land. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same as like a Blood Moon effect. It's still a non-basic because it's already a land. So, yes.
Got him.
And I will pass the turn.
Man, I also don't have too many non-basics in here. It's really just like Cabal Coffers and then a few, like Witch's Cottage is only because it can sometimes do a damage with Sir Conrad, and now it is dealing damage to me instead. So that feels great.
2 damage, technically, because...
Yep, I got 2.
Okay.
Because 1 there. Let's do another Snow Swamp.
How am I at 35?
You said you kept a card from Sylvan.
No, I didn't.
And I hit you so hard last game, Matt. You started off at
I-
38 this game.
I've kept none extra cards off Sylvan.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misheard. Sorry, I thought you said that you kept
0.
an extra off of Sylvan.
No.
You got to watch him all the time.
I know. First he didn't give me life last game, and now he's man bitter. Should have spite attacked him.
Do I want to do? I think we want to get things moving with a mesmeric orb.
Yeah, at this point, I'm assuming Vegas isn't going to happen. I'm guessing, I mean, maybe some GPs or Magic Fest when the fall rolls around might, but I'm not going to count on it.
So I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn. Benny, when you untap stuff, you have to mill that many cards. Okay. And Dana and Matt, you will have to do the same.
All right.
All right, so I will untap.
But Conrad only triggers when you do it,
and
correct,
then
Joey?
You take 1 damage from your Flamekin village.
Yep.
Oh, yep. The Primal Order. Conrad deals damage whenever any creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere. He only the only me-specific thing is when creature cards leave my specific graveyard.
Gotcha.
I know, he's uncommon, complicated. It's so weird.
All right. So now I will draw.
Question for you guys. Can you hear stuff in my background?
Yes.
Vaguely, but yes.
Is it obtrusive? I just want to know if I should try and turn my mic down.
No, it's fine. Doesn't, at least for me, it's not bad.
All right, sweet.
Play Hammer of Nazan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll attach it to Torbrand.
Okay.
So he gets +2/+0 and has indestructible. And Matt,
I wouldn't do that.
what do you got over there?
Well, I have 1 untapped planes and a blocker.
Okay. All right, I'm attacking Joey.
Yeah, there he is. There he is.
That's 6 if you are unblocking.
Yeah, I'm not blocking. I'll take 6.
And I'll pass turn.
All right. I am going to take 3, Joey, from the Primal Order.
Who would have thought you can play Selesnya Burn?
Hey, there's another one of my non-basic lands.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Playing it anyway. And I'm going to pass turn.
All right. I will mill 4. Dana, did you mill cards?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I did not.
1.
That was when you untapped.
2,
I had
3.
I had 3 things.
4. And library trigger. 2.
2 creatures for me, Joey.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Conrad's not in play.
Oh, okay. Dosan of the Falling Leaf and Kamal Fistakrosa.
Cool.
As well as a Nissa Who Shakes the World.
That was a standard card for, like, just all the things that you want to do.
I will take 4, and I'll keep 1 extra
so
card.
you're actually taking the 4 this time.
I am actually taking the 4, yes. All right, so I'll play my planes.
The librarian beats you over the head as you run away with the extra book.
I worked in a library. I can attest to the fact that we never did that.
I will play a Beast Whisperer. Whenever I play a creature card, I can draw a card.
Did Primal Order deal damage to you, Matt?
Just 1.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Rampant Growth, search for a basic and put on the battlefield tapped. And then I will pass the turn.
Okay. All right. I'm actually going to tap these at the end of your turn for no reason other than it will fill my graveyard. So then I untap Mesmeric Orb, mills me for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Look at these cards. Those are
We can
cards.
see your hand, Joey. Be careful.
Oh, he's
can
milling.
see my hand?
He's milling those anyways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are
Also
the
had
milling
6
cards.
planes.
Oh, okay.
Joey, don't
I
forget to take
two
your
from I was just doing it, and then I draw.
I'm just reminding you. Sorry that I play by the rules.
Playing a snow swamp. So yeah, I think now would be an interesting time to play the Conrad. And then I will go ahead and
with Conrad on the stack, Joey.
Oh no!
Scavenger grounds.
You're a vicious, vicious man. That's
And
upsetting. It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting. I had a dread return in my back. I had a dread return there.
Nice.
I was gonna flash it back. It's very saddening.
I think you'll be okay.
I just wanted to take 1 less damage from Primal Order, so.
That's so good. That is my turn.
I think it's like ironic that of all people, Dana's challenge of the stats is affecting him the most.
Right. Yeah.
And
in a mono green deck of all things.
All right. So I've got 5 untaps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 1 creature.
Okay, Conrad deals 1 damage.
I get pinged.
Everyone gets pinged.
Ouch.
Oh, it's everybody. Ow.
Yeah.
Don't forget
And then
your
you also
1 damage from
Primal
Primal
Order.
Order.
Yep. And then I draw.
Dang it. Thank you, Mighty Joe Bot. I agree. Friends who remind you to take damage are the truest friends of all.
You can always count on them to count how much damage you've taken.
I would really like to see a Deglammer from Dana hitting that Mesmeric Orb.
I would like to see a Declaimer from Dana that hits his Song of the Dryads.
If only I hadn't once again slightly messed up with my mana and tapped the 1 green source I had without needing to.
Dana, looks like your commander's a little off screen. Folks are wondering what you're playing.
I
I'm
have
playing
Reki,
Blasphemous
History of
Act.
Kamigawa.
A blasphemous act?
What?
Boom. So yeah, Jay Brossi 15. I'm playing Reki, History of Kamigawa from Kamigawa block. Whenever I cast a legendary spell, draw a card.
I am actually going to respond to the Blasphemous Act.
By scooping. Joey's gone.
Viscera Seer is going to, I think, sacrifice my Sir Conrad, who is going to actually go to the graveyard. So I will draw a card with Grim Haruspex, and then I will scry 1. Why am I going to left hills? What am I doing? Because he doesn't ping anyone. It's only other things. So I draw a card for the Grim, and then I scry. Bottom that. And then Viscera Seer will sacrifice itself to repeat the same. I draw a card, and then I scry. I'll keep that one on top, and then I've got no other effects after that, so the Grim Haruspex would take damage.
Okay.
And the board gets cleared.
All right. And I'm going to equip Black Blade to Torbrand.
Indestructible feels real good on that guy.
I'm going to move my Song of the Dryads over here under my name since it's...
Yep. That way it doesn't look like we Song of the Dryads did something of yours.
All right. Matt.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I have. Okay, fine.
Yep.
I didn't want to do that, but I'm going to Swords to Plowshares.
Ooh.
I gave you a warning.
Okay. I called your bluff.
It was a false threat last game, so it's good to call Matt on his bluffs.
All right, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll gain 10.
Whew, that feels good.
Joey, would you like to actually give people their life that they gain?
Listen, I'm sorry that I forgot it last time.
And
we did catch it. Thank you so much, Chad.
Did you take your one from Primal Order?
Yes.
Okay.
I will take 3 from Primal Order, and Joey, I milled 2 for us, one of which I badly needed at least. Fortunately, a true one.
Playing with my family, my stepdad in particular absolutely detests milling cards at all. He will always do it one at a time, even if he's milling like 30 cards in one go. He will still do it one at a time to showcase how much he hates it when we mill his stuff. It's great. Like, my mom will attack him for 16 and he's like, oh, okay, I guess I take it. But like, I mill him 2 cards and he's like, ah.
It's rude. I agree.
I will take 2 damage
From the
of the Ancient Tomb, and I will play my commander again. And I will pass turn.
I will mill 7.
Oof.
Oh, there's some good stuff in there.
10 more turns. He's going. He's out.
I know. Library trigger. 1, 2, 3. Oh, a turn too late. I will take 4. I'll keep 1 extra.
Drops to 29.
Play my land for the turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. For a vigor.
Vigor!
And I will pass turn.
Matt, before it is my turn, what else do you have going on in your graveyard?
I have a Rishkar Pima the Renegade, Beast Whisperer, Plow, some lands, Whisper Hood, Sigarda, Duskwatch Recruiter.
Seems real good there, bro. I'm going to tap this for no reason other than I want it to untap and mill me on my turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then draw.
And while you guys are doing that, actually, I'm just going to fetch now. If you want to hit me for 1.
Yeah. Okay. Hit you for 1 for a fetch, and I take 2 for the Primal Order.
Alrighty.
Benny's at 47.
I know.
He just gained like 10 life from the Torbrand getting swords. It's pretty legit. What do I want to do? I think I'll play a Snow Swamp. And then just go ahead.
Use your green mana.
Thank you. This will just be a pretty lame Abhorrent Overlord. When it enters the battlefield, I get a Harpy creature token for each devotion to black. I'm not even sure if I have Harpy tokens.
Does that one do a sacrifice thing, or am I thinking of something else?
And then on my turn, I also have to sacrifice a creature.
Okay.
Yeah. I have these. I have a Fairy Rogue, which will pretend as a Harpy, and also Michelle Rapp token as well. So those are my Harpies. We'll pass it on to Benny.
All right, so I untap 6 permanents. I'll mill 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And you'll take 1 for the Primal Order.
And I will take 1.
Yeah, and I'll just start to mill those already.
That's some pretty good ones, including an Ember Cleave goes to the graveyard.
The Cleave.
Yep.
The Cleave almost won me last week's game.
You killed me with it at least once.
I did, yes. It almost won me like the game, but it was not meant to be.
Yeah, getting milled is 6 of one, half dozen the other. Sometimes in some decks you love getting milled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have any way to recycle stuff from my graveyard in this deck, so it doesn't do me any good. But
Really? In green? I'm surprised.
I mean, like, Eternal Witness isn't a legend, so I'm not running it. So I mean, I guess I could run a couple spells, but thematically, this is much more a run forward deck than look behind.
I like that. That's a very nice way to phrase things. All of my decks are look behind, so.
All right, so 3 for Valduk plus the commander tax. Valduk is back. And I will cast Umezawa's Jit, and I'll equip it to Valduk
Nice.
with the hammer.
The autograph Jit, mind you.
Yeah, it's legit.
That's not even how you pronounce it.
In France, it is, Joey.
The Jitty.
That's also. I think
It's
Jitty
legit
is a really.
in France.
No. Jitty is a really jitty way to pronounce that.
All right,
No, it's an actual word.
All right, I'm gonna go to my attack step. I get a 3/1 hasty tramply guy. And Dana, looks like you're the only one that has a good attack. So
You can attack me. I will let you attack me.
no.
I will take a 3.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you only have the vigor creature in play, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Vigor only applies to other creatures.
Yeah.
So it's still a suicide mission, but it doesn't make vigor
Yeah.
bigger.
Shh.
Okay.
Doesn't make vigor bigger. Sorry that I want a bigger vigor.
And I'll pass the turn to Dana.
All right, I'm going to have to... What did I just have? 3 that I mill.
Okay.
So you got a Homeward Path, and Arrest of the Endless Web, and a Soul Ring.
Nice.
And then I'm going to take 3.
3 from the primal order.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, all right. I'm going to take 2 more from Ancient Tomb, Joey.
Hey.
Goodness.
By Traxos, Scourge of Krug. To draw me a card. And I'll play my land for turn. I think that's just going to be it.
All right. Well, I will mill 6. You get a Eladamri's Call, Selfless Spirit, Austere Command, and a Ballista.
And then you take 1 from your primal order.
Take 1 from Primal Order.
I guess, Joey, did you need to know anything of relevance that I milled?
Sorry.
I'll ask when it becomes relevant.
Okay. There's a
But,
solemn. There's a solemn in my graveyard, and as far as creatures go,
That's
there's the fervent champion. That's it.
I will only draw the 1.
from the Sylvan.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it usually matters if Conrad's in play, but he ain't right now. So then I definitely count when creatures go, but for now it's just like, oh, big graveyards. I like big graveyards.
And I will cast a Miri. And Joey, how big are your things?
These are 1/1 flyers and a 6/6 flying demon.
Okay. And then Dana, you only have the 1/2.
I have the 1/2.
Okay. I will rumble for 6 at you then, Dana.
6. You're not messing around. I'll take the 6.
Woo! Dana's down to 15.
And I will pass the turn.
All right. My untap step's going to be unfortunately complicated, for which I will apologize. So untap 7 things, so then 7 mesmeric orb triggers go on the stack. Normally people don't get priority during the untap step, but because there's a triggered ability on it, now we do. Weird way to force the stack to exist. I'm going to Vampiric Tutor to get something on top of my library that I want to be milled. I lose 2 life when I do that.
Hey, Joey.
Yeah, what?
When Vampiric Tutor resolves, I'm going to unravel the Aether on your Mesmeric Orb.
Those triggers will still be on the stack, so I will still mill.
Happen.
Yep.
Okay.
But doesn't Unravel the Ether shuffle it, though?
It does.
Ooh,
so I might mill the Mesmeric Orb?
Well,
so I don't get the thing on top.
You can search for it, but it's going to get shuffled.
Crafty!
Nice.
Very crafty.
I literally was going to do it at the end of Matt's turn. I'm like, I'll do it so Joey doesn't get the mill. But I'm like, but what if he vamp tutors? I'm like, I'll just wait.
Very crafty. All right. Well, I just have to pray that I get what I'm looking for. So I still have 7 mill triggers. Would anyone like to cut?
You're good, man.
Okay. So then I mill 7, and then on upkeep I'll have to sacrifice something. Oh, crafty boy.
Well, don't you still have to tutor though?
No, I went into the Vampiric Tutor resolve, so he went and searched, put the card on top.
Then, yeah, so that it would be moot.
Okay.
I still got some good stuff in the grave though. I'm not upset about this. So then I'll move to my upkeep step. Abhorrent Overlord says I must sacrifice a creature. I will sacrifice the Abhorrent Overlord. And then... no one's playing blue. I'll cast Living Death.
Oof.
Oof, indeed. So we're going to switch all creatures in play with all creatures in graveyards. Including my Sir Conrad that I kept in my graveyard.
Mary will go there. Vigor will get shuffled back in.
Indeed.
Ballista will re-die.
Beautiful.
So I get a solemn trigger. I'll go get a mountain.
All right, Matt, do you have any triggers to resolve? Any others?
I do. So I put a +1/+1 counter on up to 2 target creatures. So I'll put one on Sigerda. And I'll put one on Beast Whisperer.
Cool. Dana doesn't have any ETB triggers. Do you have any ETB triggers, Benny?
I already did the Solemn Simulacrum.
Perfect. So then we got mine. All right. Grave Titan is one, but let's just actually... So first, Ayara enters the battlefield, or another black creature enters the battlefield under my control. Each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life. So this is about to get good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Black creatures enter the battlefield, so each of you guys is going to lose 8, and I will gain 8.
All right, so I go to 38.
Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oop. Wait, Dana, you were at 15?
I was at 15, so I should be at 7.
Cool. All right, so there's that. Grave Titan makes 2 zombie tokens, which I have my delightful Aaron Campbell. That is 2 more black creatures entering the battlefield, so I will gain 2, and everyone else will lose 2 more.
36.
I'm realizing right now I don't think I took 2 damage from the Primal Order, so I'm going to do that. And then another ETB ability, the Abhorrent Overlord. When it enters the battlefield, I get a 1/1 Black Harpy token equal to my Devotion to Black, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
That'll be lethal on me. And probably everyone else very quickly.
Yeah.
Because you have...
So that puts Matt at 3. Dana's down.
I'm dead. I'm deceased.
14.
So your Kabal Coffers is no longer.
Yes, but I did tap it. But it is no longer enchanted by the what's it. But then that leaves Matt and Benny at a number of things. But I have a Viscera Seer. And 14 of these tokens plus a lot of other stuff, and a Blood Artist. So if I start sacrificing these tokens,
that's game.
Yep, I'm going to blow Benny out of the water with all of the Blood Artist, and then you guys will also lose a bunch of life when the creatures die for the Conrad triggers too.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
I sacrifice 14 of these,
Hey,
and that's.
I thought I was gonna slow him up with the Unravel the Aether, but
That was so tricky. I loved it, but it happened to get me an Ayara into the graveyard, which this is, aside from Grey Merchant, this is my other perfect pairing.
what were you going to get otherwise?
Grey Merchant.
Okay, yeah.
I wanted that in the graveyard because I wanted to get Conrad back, and I thought it would just be like, because there was the Conrad and the Grim Haruspex and the Viscera Seer in there at that point. And so I was planning on just like, ooh, maybe I'll do that, play a land, and then also get a Zulaport Cutthroat after, and so it would be like a Grey Merchant, and then, you know, have a nice buffer. But then you milled me right into the cards that I needed when you shuffled my library after the Vampiric Tutor.
So Joey, I had a sort of Feast of Famine that was going to come down. So I'm not entirely sure what damage was the Fervent Champion going to be swinging past all of your blockers, but it was probably going to be quite a bit.
Especially because it's got double strike, right?
the first strike.
No, he just has first strike.
First
He just has first strike.
Oh man, but that plus the sword plus the Jite plus the yeah, that was going to be obnoxious. I feel like I'm wiping a sweaty brow right now. Like that was just in the nick of time.
Yeah, I was thinking, hey, he's got a lot of blockers, but I've got this sword, so it would be nice. But anyway, that was pretty sweet, man.
Yeah, Conrad.
All right,
Well,
guys.
Good games, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Benny,
I
thanks
like
a lot for
that
coming
one
on.
was a lot faster.
Yeah, I did.
2 hours on the first game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Feel free to invite me to come play with you guys whenever you want. I'll be there.
Definitely.
We super appreciate it, Benny. It was really great catching up.
Yeah, Benny.
And
tell
Benny, your show is on Monday nights. Is that right? Is when you do your stream?
Yes.
Yeah, plug your stuff.
Monday from 9 to 7 p.m. on Eastern U.S. time, and I usually run some kind of poll on Monday during the day on Twitter, which is at Blair Witch Green, and usually I try to get some community feedback on what I might brew up for the night, and then jump on the stream and give, kind of brew. I sort of give everybody a look at how I go about building decks, kind of live and in person. So, and a lot of times I get some good feedback from people in the chat, giving me ideas that I might have missed, and it's kind of fun.
Sweet deal.
Very cool. Well, thanks again very much. I think next week the plan is to have Aaron Campbell on, but we're actually going to stream on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. I think the goal most of the time is on Wednesday, but Aaron does Magic Mike's on Wednesday. So she's going to be, so she was available on Tuesday, so we're just going to stream next Tuesday.
All right, cool. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, and I'm sure I will probably stop in again and into your stream next Monday. Benny, I usually try to stop in at least for a few minutes before we record our show. So.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Dana. It's always nice to see you pop on in.
All right,
stuff,
that is going to be it for me. I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, we are going to take off. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will.
Thanks a lot.
We will see you next Tuesday.
All right, very cool. Thanks, Benny.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Have a good night.
Take care.